Accommodation. Accommodation is likely to swallow up a large chunk of your travel budget, especially for those who favor Western-style luxuries. But for adventurous travelers, there are ways to keep costs to a minimum. Finding a place is less likely to be a problem. Korea has an incredible number of places to stay, and one would be forgiven for thinking that there are actually more beds than there are people in the country. Do note, however, that most of these are on the cheaper side. Only a few places around the country have top-drawer hotel facilities. Luxury hotels can be found in all cities and major tourist areas, as well as a number of specially dedicated tourist hotels. Though with space at such a premium, rooms are generally on the small side, dropping down the price scale. Budget travelers can choose from thousands of motels and guest houses, many of which have nicer rooms than the dedicated tourist hotels at far lower prices, or even sleep in a jjimjilbang, a Korean sauna. At these levels, there is so much choice that reservations are almost unheard of. English is spoken to varying degrees in all top hotels, but elsewhere, it pays to know a few keywords in Korean or to have good miming skills. Hotels. The big hotel chains have dipped their toes into the Korean market, and there's at least one 5-star option in every major city. You are most likely to pay full rack rates in July or August, though high season at national park and ski resorts will be autumn and winter respectively. Standards are high by and large, though even at the top end it's hard to find room of a decent size. Korean hotels are split by class, from top to bottom. These are super deluxe, deluxe first class, second class, and third class. Categories are marked by a plaque at the front showing a number of flowers. 5 for super deluxe, down to 1 for third class. Many tourist hotels were built as Korea was getting rich in the 1980s and now offer questionable value. Stained carpets, tiny bathrooms, and curious smells have become a norm, and few have staff with English language skills. Indeed, some of the most recently built motels offer better rooms and at much lower prices. Most hotels have Western or Korean rooms. There are no beds in the latter. The sandwich of blankets on a heated outdoor floor represent the traditional Korean way to sleep, and prices for both are about the same. When booking, bear in mind that the 10% tax levied on hotel rooms is not always factored into the quoted prices. In higher-end establishments, you are also likely to be hit with an additional 10% service charge. Motels. Bearing little resemblance to their American counterpart, motel, are absolutely all over the place. In any urban center, you should never be more than a walk from a nearest one. Most offer fairly uniform en suite doubles for 30,000 won to 50,000 won, and standard facilities include shampoo and shower gel, hair dryer, television, a water fountain, and free cans of beer, coffee, or vitamin juice. Extortion of foreigners is extremely rare, and you shouldn't be afraid to haggle the price down if you are traveling alone, especially outside summer. Korean motels won't appeal to everybody as they are generally used as a much-needed source of privacy by young couples or those who need to keep their relationship secret. A few would be more honestly described as love hotel, pink neon, and Cinderella tornadoes are the most obvious giveaways. While the interior may feature heart-shaped beds, condom machines, and more mirrors than you can shake a stick at. That said, the majority of establishments are quite tame, and seamlessness is kept behind closed doors, and even for a lone woman must make acceptable places to stay. Indeed, those that can put up with the decor will find them Korea's best value accommodation option. The motels that have gone up since the turn of the century, in particular, often have cleaner rooms than the average tourist hotel, typically featuring huge flat-screen TVs and internet-ready computer terminals. Guest house, 여관. 여관 are older, smaller, less polished versions of motels, slightly cheaper but often a little groovy, that once formed the backbone of Korea's budget travel accommodation and can still be found in teams around bus and train stations. With horse trees full of them, it's easy to hunt around for the best deal. A double room usually costs 20,000 won to 35,000 won. The prices are higher in Seoul and tend to rise in high season. Single rooms do not exist, but almost all have ensuite bathrooms. 민박 rooms. 민박 rooms are usually rented out part of a residential property and are less likely to have private bathrooms. These are most commonly found on islands and by popular beaches or national parks, and though the prices are comparable to 여관 rates for much of the year, they can quadruple if there's enough demand. Summer is peak season for the beaches and islands. Spring and autumn for the parks. Even cheaper rooms can be found at a 여인숙. 여인숙 around 10,000 won per night. Slowly disappearing, these are a noisier, more Spartan variation of the 여관, invariably found in older areas of town with rooms containing nothing more than a couple of blankets, a television and a heated linoleum on the floor to sleep on. Such wipe clean minimalism generally makes for clean rooms, though some have a cockroach problem, and the communal toilets and showers can be quite off-putting. Hostels. Aside from a smattering of backpacker dens in Seoul, Korean hostels differ greatly from those that Western travelers might be used to. Created for the primarily used by the nation's youth, the atmosphere is more boarding school than bohemian. Generally found in the countryside, most hostels are large, well-appointed places with private rooms of various sizes, and a few dormitories. Dorm beds go for 15,000 won to 20,000 won, and private rooms for 35,000 won and up. Camping and mountain huts. Most national parks have at least one campsite to cater for swarms of Korean hikers who spend their weekends in the mountains. Most are free, but those that charge typically under 5,000 won have excellent toilet and shower facilities. Jirilsan and Seoul-Aksan, two of the largest parks, have well signposted shelters or huts dotted around the hiking trails. These cost under 8,000 won per person, though they may only open from summer until autumn, and you are advised to book ahead. Check the National Park website at english.knps.or.kr. At both campsites and shelters, drinking water should always be available, and those simple snacks may also be on offer. It's best to bring your own food.